Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn about the module number 5, the epistolary novel, part 2nd. In the previous lectures, we learned about the epistolary novels, the background from the classical literature, and now we are going to learn the next part of it. That is, the 17th century in France saw the development of a climate in which letters were one of the most popular forms of written material. See why it is developed throughout the centuries, and in the 17th century it is uh, development in the France. That is, letters were one of the most popular forms of written material. Letters are written and it is read out by throughout the community or the throughout the society. The first printed edition of the letters of Abelard and Heloise came in 1616, and the first translation published in 1678 by Bussy Robutin, himself a celebrated social epistolier, was greeted with great enthusiasm. So in 17th century it is developed in the France. The collected epistles of Guzet de Balzac, first published in 1624, had a great vogue with many reprintings and new collections. His popular successors, Victor Voltaire, was praised still more highly for the light tone and grace of his letters. So, how it is published and it is read out throughout the society and the common people in the society. Within the aristocratic saloons of the day, the reading of letters within a circle of friends was a frequent social pastime. So it is a pastime of a reading of the letter, and many famous people of the day wrote their letters in the certainty of their being read to a group rather than kept private. So it is become famous that letter writing, and it is written in the episodes, and it is read out by the society. Madame de Sévigné wrote to such correspondents as her cousin Bussy Robutin in the expectations that they would circulate and increase her reputation as a graceful wit. So, why it is written? For the graceful wit and the reputation as well. Within the saloons, expertise in letter writing grew through mutual compliment and criticism, but the appearance of popular letter manuals offered models to a wider circle of literate people. Jean Paget de la Serre published his enormously successful Secretaire de la Cure in 1623 and followed it in 1641 with the Secretaire à la Mode. So here we can understand how it is developed in the France, and it is read out for the pastime. It is one of the characteristics of the epistolary novel. These manuals were translated and reissued through countless numbers of printings, became very popular in England, inspired a great number of imitations, and had an untold effect on developing popular epistolary style and thematics. So, those manuals of letters are translated, and uh, due to the invention of the printing press in England, and it become popular one. The letter writers, as they offered epistolary models on varied subjects and occasions, often offered responses as well and built up a series of letters that told the germ of a story. Samuel Richardson wrote a letter handbook, The Complete Letter Writer, in 1741. So, Samuel Richardson wrote that handbook, and it is called The Complete Letter Writer in 1741. So it is a series of letters. Remember one thing, that as a student you must know what is the particular meaning of epistolary novel. As we see the episodes on the TV screens, there are epistles of the letters, and it is written in a series one by one. In Marathi we may call it as a kramashah. So in that way, that there are episodes of the particular events in that letters, and so it is published in the form of the letters. So Here we can understand what is the meaning of the epistolary novel and how it is flourished in the 17th century, and after that in the England, after that France, and in England. So in the next lecture we will see the next part of the epistolary novel, how it is flourished in the England and what is the characteristics of the epistolary novel.